Good morning, Reverend John Gibson, and all of you down at the Johnston Post Office. Good morning. Good morning.
In this world today, we need love, joy, peace, yeah, and happiness. Why can't we all just get along, get along? In this world today, we need love, joy, peace, and happiness. Why can't we all just get along, get along? In this world today, listen, racial division is in the land. Our young black men are killed on every hand. When will it end? When will we learn? Nothing will happen until we become one. Yeah, yeah.
Good morning, Annie Stubbs. Good morning.
And happiness.
Cousin Bossy, Ronald Mathis. Good morning. Good morning.
Get along.
Let me know how everything sounds.
In this world today, we need love, joy, yeah,
Pick me sisters out in Augusta, South Carolina. Good morning. Good morning.
happiness. Get along. In this world today, listen what God said. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, seek my face, turn from your wicked ways, I will hear from heaven, I will heal the land, yeah. Let's get along. Let's get along. Let's get along. Everybody, let's get along. Let's get along. Let's get along. Black and white, let's get along. Let's get along. Let's get along. Man and woman, let's get along. Let's get along. Let's get along. Boys and girls, let's get along. Let's get along. Let's get along. Everybody, let's get along. We need to get along. Let's get along. We're in this world, let's get along. Here together, let's get along. We need to learn.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, Laverne Hall, Wallace Middleton. Good morning.
Everybody,
Lindy Watkins, Miss Stevie Mason. Good morning. Whitney Mason. Good morning.
hear my voice. Let's get along. We need to get along.
Good morning, Dr. Joey Bognight, Miss Laverne Carter. Good morning.
Hand in hand. Let's get along. We need to get. Let's get along. We need to get along. Let's get along. Tell the president. Let's get along. Tell Congress. Let's get along. Tell the police. Let's get along. We need to get along. Let's get along. Tell the preach. Let's get along.
Good morning. Good morning. Everybody needs to get along. Welcome to the morning worship and word program. All right. All right. All right. This is Apostle Augustus Washington. Good morning, Willie and Diane Frazier. Miss Carol Phillips, good morning. Let me see who else I missed here. I got Miss Phoebe Mason. Mama Georgia Mason, good morning. Good morning.
Have mercy upon me, O God, according to your unfailing
Good morning,
love.
Minister Hawkins, Word Outreach Ministries, along with Miss Peggy
For I
Holmes. Good morning.
acknowledge my sins are ever before you, but I realize that I need you to
I'll be with y'all shortly. Good morning, Coach
That's what I
Edward. Good
need you to
morning.
do, Lord. Yeah, revive me, oh Lord, in my heart and my mind. Oh, Listen to this. Wash me clean in your love, Lord. And I know I'll be ever clean, yes I will. For I've sinned and I come short of your glory, can't stand where I am. But I call out to you, revive me, oh Lord. Oh, revive me, revive me, oh Lord. Said I need you to revive me, oh Lord. Ooh, Lord, revive me, oh Lord, yeah. Revive me, oh God. Take all the pain, for I realize.
Good morning, Miss Wickball. Good morning. Miss Phoebe Mason, good morning. Mr. Michelle Ryans, good morning. Mr. Cheryl, Brother Jonas Samuels, good morning. Kaya Campbell, good morning, good morning.
Lord, I'm tired of being where I am. Oh, I need you, yeah. Find me, yeah. I've been down too long. Ooh, look at where I am, Lord. Jesus, waiting for you, Lord. I can't make it without you. Oh,
I know that's right.
Things are going on in my life. Down on it. But I remember when you came into the life of the prodigal son. Saw that he didn't have to stay where he was. Yeah. And I'm like that man right now.
Oh, that's Apostle.
I'm getting up from where
Augustus Washington, revive me, oh Lord. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. I agree. It should be mainstream. I agree with that. But here's a song that is mainstream. It's Lee Williams and the Spiritual QCs with Can't Run. Yes, sir.
Listen, old Dale is like a policeman
Good morning, Miss Bernice Chan. Good morning.
traveling through this land. He's serving a death notice to every woman and man. You're gonna need a lawyer. If I were you, that's the next thing I would do. Just ensure you're sitting here tonight. One day he's got a warrant for you. But you know what? Can't run, can't hide. No need to try. Don't know when or how he's coming. You can't.
Good morning, Mr. Mary Besser. Good morning. Good morning.
Jesus is a lawyer, one that never lost a case. If I were you, I'd get lawyer Jesus. I wouldn't wait, I'd make haste. This is something you can't get around, no matter what you do. Just as sure as you can hear my voice tonight, one day he's But you know what? Can't run, can't hide. No need, no need.
Good morning, Taylor Chin. Good morning. Good morning. Bishop Hooper, good morning.
He'll take the rich man and everybody else. Take mothers, daughters,
good morning, Daisy Jones. Good morning.
and son. Sometime he won't stop till he got that last one. But you can't run, you can't hide. No need to try. You don't know when or how. You can't. Y'all don't mind, help me tell them. Can't run, can't hide. You can't run, can't hide. He got
Yes,
your
sir.
number. He knows where you live, knows when you leave and when you come home. Can't run, you can't hide. Well, my mind go back to a story in the Bible day. One day, God called a man by the name of Jonah. Said, now Jonah, I want you to go down in a place called Nineveh and tell my people if they don't repent, I'll destroy that city. But you know that story. Jonah didn't want to go. So Jonah decided that he was going down to a place called Joppa. Then he went on down to the shipyard. He went on down to the ticket office and got him a ticket. And he was on his way to a place called Tosh. Then he went on down on the bottom deck, got over in the corner and went fast asleep. But what he didn't know, when he laid down, God was looking right at him. God was looking at him, but God didn't bother him.
Justine Carter, good morning.
He called the wind, and he told the wind, I want you to blow. And he told the thunder, I want you to roll.
I feel that this
And
morning.
he told the lightning, I want you to flash. And he told the tide, stand up real high. Cause I've got a child that's trying to run and think he can hide. And about that time, the captain came around and he told the crew member, pull all the anchor. We gotta get ready and set for sail. And then
Yes,
they
sir.
tell me, thunder started to roll, lightning started to flash, tide stood up high. And
Good
the
morning,
wind began
Joseph
to
and
blow.
Billy Campbell. Good morning.
Captain got confused, told all his crew members, out of all the time we made this journey, we ain't never had trouble before. And then he told all the crew members, come on the top deck. And then he asked them, tell me who is your God? Who is your God? Whoever your God is, I want you to call him. And about that time, another man came and said, wait a minute, Captain, there's one more man, and he's downstairs, he's over in the corner, and he's fast asleep.
Good morning, Taylor
Captain said,
Chin.
let me go down, I'll see about him.
Yes, sir.
Captain walked over and shook old man Jonah, and Jonah
Tell the
stood
story.
up, and the captain asked him, how can you sleep and we in a storm? Then he asked him, tell me, who is your God? And Jonah told him, my God is the Father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And the captain said, call him. And Jonah told him, I ain't gotta call him. I ain't gotta call him. He already knows. He already
Yes, sir.
He
Yes,
said, well,
sir.
now, Captain, if you want peace on your ship, you gotta take me on top and throw me overboard. So they took Jonah up and threw him overboard. And the Bible tell me God had a fish prepared for him and swallowed him down in the bottom of his belly. Took him around and took him down in the bottom of the sea. But I'm so glad tonight. I'm so glad tonight. I'm so glad
Yes, sir.
tonight. It don't make no difference how low you get. God will always hear you if you would call.
Oh, that was good to me. We might as well keep this going. Let's keep this going. Yes, sir. I'm standing on the promises. Yes, sir.
On the promise of God. Lord, I'm standing, standing on your word. Sometimes it gets hard, and I have to cry. I know you will be there.
Yes, sir.
You'll be the by and by. Lord, I'm
Shannon Lights, good morning. Good morning.
I'm standing on you. Yeah, Lord, yeah. God. Let me say it one more time here. Lord, I'm standing. I'm standing on your word. Lord, I'm standing. Shall not be moved. Sometimes they press me down.
Yes, sir.
You will be there. You always around. Lord, oh my God, I'm standing on you. Yeah, yes, sir. God. Do me a favor, everybody.
Good morning, Angela Griffin. Oh, it feels like church this morning. It feels like church. Yes, sir.
Let's go without no music. Come on. Lord, I'm standing. Everybody clap your hands. Standing on your promise. Whoa, Lord, I'm standing. Yeah. Standing on your word. Woo. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Said, oh no, Lord, I won't be. Yeah, I won't be. I'm gonna be just like that tree. Yeah, that's planted by the river of water. That no matter what come my way, yeah, I just won't be moved. I'm gonna be just like Jacob. Yeah, he wrestled with the Lord all night long. He said, I'm not going to let you go until you bless my soul. Every now and then, I tell him, I just won't be moved. Hey, I just won't be. Oh, no. You've been too good to me. Yeah, no. Said, oh, no. Hey,
Good morning, Pastor Hodges Bush. Lady of Ada Bush, good morning. Good morning, Mama Patricia. I'm standing. I'm standing. Oh, yes, I am.
Every round gonna go. Every round gonna get higher. Oh, no. Somebody listen to me right
Yes,
now.
sir.
Yeah. You gotta make up your mind that I'm gonna hold on. Oh, Lord. I begin to feel pretty good now.
Me too. Me too.
Feel a little fire burning. I don't know about you, but I I made up my mind. I'm gonna wait on Jesus. I'm gonna be like Job. I'm gonna wait
Watch
till my
yourself.
change come. Is there anybody here? You know you're gonna wait. Lift up your hand wherever you may be and tell the devil. Oh,
Tell the devil.
I just won't be moved. Hey, I just won't. I just won't. Oh, say, oh no. No. I'm going to keep my hand. Keep it in Jesus' hand. And one of these all days, serving God is going to pay off. I'll be a witness. I'll be a witness. I'll be a witness. And you're gonna
Yes, sir.
hold on. Don't give up. Don't turn around. Stay there and just wait on the Lord. Yeah, yeah. Oh, pretty good. I won't be.
Ooh, wee. Lord have mercy. I just won't be moved. I'm standing on the promise of God. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Listen, in just a little bit, we're going to be talking to Brother Alfonso McLean, known as Cheeseburger of the Mighty Clouds of Joy. We're going to be talking to him a little bit later on. But before we do that, I feel this right here. I want somebody to know prophetically you're next in line for a miracle. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Have you ever walked the floor?
Good morning, Sister Annie. As far as Brother Butch.
Wondering how you were going to pay your bills, and a still small voice says, "Be strong." Sometimes struggle is my will. I'm never late. I'm always on time. Get ready for your miracle. Move to the front of the line. Today is your day. Today is your day. Today is your day. Get ready, get ready, get ready. You're next in line for a miracle. The Holy Ghost has said it's your miracle. You're next in line. I don't care what the devil told you. You're next in line. You've been listening. The devil have had you bringing up the rear long enough, but you're next in line for a Hallelujah.
Good morning, Ron Porter. Good morning. Good morning.
What a miracle is. Go out to the hospital. Go to Mount
Oh,
Sinai.
yes.
Go down on Skid Row. And look how blessed you are. A miracle is that supernatural gift that only God can give. When you look at me, you're looking at a miracle. 3 years ago, one of the members in my church who rides along in the scooter because she couldn't walk. And I saw her in the mall. I said, Sister Deborah, God told me that he's going to heal you. She said, thank you, Pastor. And her mother just went on. And every Sunday she came to church, still couldn't walk. A few Sundays ago, just before we brought the message, and I got some witnesses in here tonight from Mount Calvary. I walked over to her, I said, God said he's going to heal you. She had not walked in over 10 years. She got up and walked.
Good morning, Miss Maddie Hardy. Good morning, Cousin Carla. Good morning. Oh, yeah, you next in line. Good morning, Brother Elgin Pringle. Good morning. Good morning. Today is your day. Today is your day for a miracle. You're next in line. You're next in line. Oh, he's worthy this morning. He's worthy of the praise. Wherever you are, just begin to praise him, magnify him, glorify him. Oh, yeah. You're next in line. You're next in line. No matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like, no matter what it is presently looking like, God is faithful concerning his promise. He is faithful. Today is your day for a miracle. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Good morning again to all of you who are joining us here on Morning Worship and Word. Listen, we're rescheduling the interview with Brother Alfonso McClain for tomorrow morning. When I just called him, he was just he was just getting up. So we're gonna reschedule that for tomorrow. But today is your day for a miracle. Today is your day. Oh yeah, you ought to look at yourself in the mirror. You ought to tell yourself, today is my day for a miracle. I'm next in line. Ain't it good to know that God has not forgotten you. That should bless you this morning, that God has not forgotten you. That no matter what you're in, no matter what is taking place in your life, God has not forgotten you. No, you're not forgotten. You're not abandoned. He's not left you alone. Matter of fact, he's in the storm with you. He's shielding you. He's sustaining you. He's protecting you. And he's guiding you. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. You are not alone. I feel like somebody need to know that today, even though we know it, but sometimes it's good to be reminded. You are not alone. You are not fighting this by yourself. You are not enduring this by yourself. You're not handling this by yourself. And if the truth be known, when you begin to reflect and you begin to look back over your life and you begin to see where you are at now, you begin to praise God and thank God, because you know it was nobody but God that sustained you, that kept you, that undergirded you, that strengthened you, that carried you through the whole ordeal to where you've made it to where you're still in your right mind, you still have your health and your strength. God is still making provision. God is still opening doors. God is still making ways. God is still pulling you through. God is still turning situations around. What the enemy meant for bad, God is turning it around for your good. You are still receiving the blessings and the favor of God. You ought to, wherever you are this morning, I feel this so strong. You ought to give God glory. You ought to give God praise. Why? Because He is the one who keeps blessing you over and over and over and over and over and over again. Every time I turn around, he keeps blessing me. He keeps proving himself to me to let me know I am still the healer. I am still the waymaker. I am still the provider. I am still the Prince of Peace. I'm the one that can give you peace that surpasses all understanding. I am God. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep. And can't nobody be God but God. It's exciting to know that He has not forgotten about you, that you are not in your situation alone. Every step you are taking, God is there. God is walking with you. God is holding you up. God is strengthening you. God is encouraging you, because He is God. And He's letting somebody know this morning, I'm God, and I'm God in your life. I'm God in your life. I'm God in that situation. Oh, it may look like that you don't understand. It look like that things look like it may not be falling in place like it should. But then when you begin to look through your spiritual eye, you'll understand, God, you up to something. God, you doing something. God, you doing something in this process. There's something birthing out of this thing. There's something birthing. There's something coming out of this. Good morning, Brother Charles Nicholson. There's something coming out of this. This didn't just happen by accident. This ain't happened to me for nothing. You getting glory out of this. You getting glory. And you're getting glory, and I'm receiving the blessings and the favor that you are bestowing upon me. Yeah, you're coming through this. You're coming through this. You're coming through it. He's walking you through this. He's holding your hand. If people look at you and they say, "How in the world are you making it? How in the world are you coming through this? How in the world are you able to possess a smile on your face and lift your hand and give God glory? How are you able to do that?" It's because He walks with me. Good God Almighty. He talks with me, and He tells me that I am His own. He reminds me, even in the dark times in my life, even in the dark times, even in those times where I don't see the way, I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But then He begins to remind me, I'm walking with you. I'm talking with you. I'm imparting into you. And when you come out of this, you're going to come out looking like pure gold. You're not alone. You're not walking by yourself. All sickness is not to death. All situations don't mean that it's going to end negative. There are some things that God is going to get the glory out of. And yes, sometimes in our mind, we don't understand. We do not understand why. But when God begins to reveal himself and let you know that this has nothing to do with destroying you, this has nothing to do with a negative reaction, but I chose this situation to get glory out of. I chose this situation to let man know that I'm still the healer. I'm still the provider. I'm still the mind regulator. I'm still the heart fixer. So I want you to know this morning that everything that you're going through and everything that we're going through, it does not mean it's for our demise. Sometimes it's for our promotion. We are promoted. He said, he's saying, when you were in the process, you stayed the course. You stayed the course. You got discouraged, you got frustrated, but you stayed the course. And now that I can trust you with that, now I can trust you with this. And somebody said it on yesterday, it's called elevation. You stuck it out. Yeah, you cried the tears, you endured the pain, you endured the betrayal, you endured all of that stuff. You stuck it out. Now, what God is getting ready to do is say, I trust you, because in the midst of what you were going through, even in the midst of that frustration, even in the midst of the tears, even in the midst of the pain, you maintain. Now you've been faithful over a few things. Now come on up. I can trust you with this now. I can trust you with this. It's called elevation. Good morning, Miss Willamie Pixley. It's called elevation. I feel that so strong until it ain't funny. It's called elevation, promotion. It looked like it was everybody else's time. Everybody else was prospering. Everybody else was succeeding. Everybody else was going forth, and you were applauding. You were the encourager. You were the one that was uplifting. You were the one that was pouring into. Now, God is saying, it's your time. It's your time. You watch people get elevated, and you didn't have jealousy. You didn't have envy. You didn't have strife, but you applauded. You clapped. You were on the sidelines. You were rooting them on. You were cheering them on. And you did it out of sincerity. So now God's saying, I'm going to promote you. I'm going to elevate you. I'm going to elevate you. You. I'm talking to you. I'm going to elevate you for my glory. And everybody will know that it's the Lord's doing. Stay the course. Hang on in there. Every promise that he's promised you, he's going to come through in his own timing. I was blessed by the broadcast on yesterday, and blessed by the words of Apostle Augustus Washington, who confirmed the word concerning morning worship and word that the Lord revealed to me in a dream, in a vision, and showed me about this platform. Let me tell y'all this. The one thing that I can tell you from experience is, even when you don't know, and I hope this makes sense, even when you don't know, God knows. Even when you don't know, God knows. And I'm going to explain that in a minute. Even when you don't know, God knows. We had no idea that 94.7 would transition from gospel to a sports station. We had no clue, had no idea. Now you can feel something, and I did. I felt the a shift. But God always knows how to prepare and what to do and what to put in place. See, when you don't know, He knows. Good morning, cousin Dorothy. I'm gonna say that again. When you don't know, He knows. Because sometimes the enemy will think that he's catching you by surprise and don't even know that God has already put things in place. You see, things in place that when one door closed, another door opens. I seen this with my very, very two eyes. When you don't know, you don't know why you're doing this, and you don't know why you're getting this, and you don't know why you're purchasing this, and you don't know why you're gathering this, and you don't know why that people come to you and say, you know what, I'm going to sow this into you. Like some of this equipment that I have, the person said, I'm going to sow this into you. See, when you don't know, that might be my theme this morning. When you don't know, He knows. When you don't understand, He knows. When you're baffled about what's going on, He knows. He knows. The thing is, what we have to do is trust Him and understand that He knows what's best for us. And sometimes some doors close so it can push you to do what was in you all along. Thank God for the teaching. Thank God for the cultivating. Thank God for the impartation. Thank God for the wisdom. Thank God for all of the things that was imparted into us. Now, sometimes God will say, all right, now you got all of that. Now let's see if you can do this and if you can fly on your own. Because I've been preparing you. I've been nurturing you. I've been cultivating you. This whole time I've been doing this. I've been doing this for this appointed time. And somebody who may be listening to me this morning, you may think that because that door closed, and you might be emotionally getting upset, oh man, what am I going to do? 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 But God has a plan for you. God has a plan. Let me tell you this. I've seen it with my own two eyes. And you know what? What God gave me to do and what he shared with me to do, I share it with others. Because sometime God will get you to a place to where He says, all right, now you've been dependent on this, you've been dependent on that one, you've been dependent on that and the other. Now I want you to know you can make it because I'm giving you the necessary resources. I'm giving you everything that you need in order to carry out the assignment. I'm giving you everything. I'm putting people in your place to help you to carry out what it is that I have imparted into you. So when Apostle said what he said on yesterday morning, it was confirmation. It was confirmation. It was letting me know that I'm on the right track. It was reminding me to stay the course. It was reminding me to don't get weary in well doing. Don't get frustrated. And the most important thing is it reminded me to stay humble. See, none of this Billy couldn't have orchestrated. But I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And when you follow the direction of the Spirit, didn't understand, didn't know why I was doing this and why I just obeyed him. But I saw him. I saw his hand. I saw his provision. I saw him making ways out of no way. I saw him using people as instruments to pour into in part. You see? Yes, ma'am, I sure will. Good morning, D. Ray. You got to understand when you don't know. I don't know who I'm talking to this morning, but when you don't know, he knows. When you don't know, you can't put it together, and you like what's going on here, what's happening, but he knows, and what it's going to do is going to put you in a better position than where you were currently in. Now, I just felt that. I just felt that it's going to put you in a better position than you're currently in now, or where you currently were. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard what the Lord has in store for us. We know that that's pertaining to when Jesus comes back, but I do believe that even now, before that even happens, that God is going to reveal and God is going to come through on the promises that he's made his people even today. You see? So I'm telling somebody, whoever may be listening, don't get mad because the door closed. Don't get upset because the door closed. Don't get out of don't get bent out of shape because the door closed. However it closed, there's a reason for it closing. And it's not closing so that you can go through a negative situation or go through a negative outcome, but sometimes doors close so that you can receive better, so that you can be in a better position. And the thing of it is, no matter what God is doing right now and what he is currently doing right now, we ain't seen nothing yet. We ain't seen nothing yet. We have not seen nothing yet. But you got to stay the course. Even if something don't materialize, or it fails, or it don't come to pass, or something that you wanted to happen don't happen in your timing, don't get frustrated. Delayed don't mean denied. I say that again. Delayed don't mean denied. And sometimes what we do is we give up because we get that first no, that first rejection. Things don't come out the way that we planned for it to come out, and they don't happen the way we want it to happen. And so what happens is frustration will build in, and if you're not careful, you'll play into it to where you begin to say, you know what, well, I tried it and now I'm going to do something else. You got to stay the course, because just because it's delayed don't mean it's denied. some things God may be saying, I don't want you to go through that door. Because even though that door looks attractive and it looks good, it may be some hidden things behind that door that God is shielding you from. You see? So as attractive as it looks, as good as it looks, as great as the opportunity is, God will sometimes say, no, no, don't go to that. But God, look, it's got everything. It's got all the things that I need and all the things that I want, but it also has some hidden stuff. See, the enemy knows how to make things attractive, pleasing to the eye. He knows what your flesh craves. You see? So even though it looks attractive and even though it fits everything that you've been looking for and all of that and everything, this is what I'm looking for. This is what, but then God began to let you know, wait a minute, don't take that door. But why? Because there's some hidden agendas there. There's some hidden stuff there. There's some things that could potentially try to destroy you. And sometimes, my brothers, they ain't no sometimes, all the time, we have to yield to the Spirit of the Lord. Hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. Everything that looks good don't mean it's for me. Everything that looks good, everything that sounds good, everything, it does not mean it's for me. Everything that looks good to you, it does not mean it's for you. But it fits everything. It lines up with everything that I'm saying. That's how the enemy can deceive. Everything can line up the way you want it to line up. Everything can happen the way you want it to happen. Everything can transpire the way you want it to transpire, and you be like, "Oh, this is God," until the spirit of discernment kicks in and lets you see beyond the surface. You see, let you see beyond the surface. You mean to tell me that you turned down that? You mean to tell me that you turned down this and you turned down that? Yeah, yeah. Because even though to your eye it looked good, but when God begins to reveal in the spirit realm and lets us look beyond the surface, you see, this is where discernment comes in. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. But here's the thing: even though it looked good on the outside and in the surface, what does it? What's on the inside of it? What does that contain? And so that's why everybody don't understand when you begin to say no to something that people are looking at and say, you crazy. I'd have took that. You crazy. I'd have went that direction. You crazy. You just, what's wrong with you? Ain't nothing wrong with you. The Spirit has revealed to you what's beneath. What's beneath that surface. What's beneath. The Spirit has taken the layers off and let you see the real. You see. But if I was you, I would just embrace it because look at that deal. Look at that. Look at that deal there. Look at that. Look at that situation. Look at that. You need to embrace it. You need to do this. You need to do that. You don't need to be struggling all your life. You don't need to be, the enemy knows how to try to move you emotionally. You don't need to be struggling. But when the Spirit reveals to you and tells you, don't do it, don't take it, don't get involved in it, don't get connected to it, Oh, you mean to tell me you turn that down? Man, those opportunities come once in a lifetime. That's to the unbeliever. But what God has for me is for me. See, what God got for Billy is for Billy. What God got for you is for you. So if it's destined for you to have it, then God will make the way to where there's nothing there. See, one thing I do know that if God ever gives you something or tells you something, it's gonna line up. It may not make sense in the beginning, but it's gonna line up. You gonna connect the dots. You see, but you could be further than you are. You could be doing this and you could be doing that, and you could be here and you could be there, and you could be just doing this and just doing that and doing that. Yeah, but I look beneath that surface, and I saw beneath what could potentially happen if I if I if I if I if I took this and did this. You see, and that's why God is presenting. And I say this, and I mean this all with sincerity, because I know that's what it is with me. God is pushing people to create their own opportunity so that you won't be misused, you won't be mistreated, you won't be undervalued, value. You won't be taken advantage of. People won't take advantage of your gifts, your talents. And so sometimes God push you to a place to where he allows you to create your own opportunity. He gives you the blueprint to do what you need to be, what needs to be done in order to carry out the assignment. Because sometimes, and this is just the truth. This is just the truth. Sometimes when you give all you have, and sometimes when you do it out of sincerity, and you're not doing it for the accolades, you're not doing it for the patting on the back, you're not doing it so somebody can celebrate you. You're doing it because this is you, and you're sincere about advancing the kingdom. Unfortunately, you have people that try to take advantage of that to use it for their gain. And this is where God begins to open your eyes, and you begin to see what's been happening all along, what's been taking place all along, what's been unfolding all along. And God begins to open your eyes and show you that. And then this is where the people that have been a part of that, good morning, Sister Shirley Thompson, that's been a part of that, knowing that that's what they were doing, all of a sudden, when your eyes become open, then you become the villain. Oh, you think you this now, or you think you're doing this, or you think you're doing that, or you think you this, or you think you that. You didn't got beside yourself. You didn't got the big head. You didn't got all of these things. All of these terms come out. All of these things come out. It's because the one thing that the enemy does not want to relinquish is his control. You see, if if the enemy feels like he can control your destiny, if the enemy feels like that he can get into the to influence certain people, don't engage with Coach Edwards. Don't engage with Sister Shirley Thompson. Don't do business with Sister Annie. Don't do this. Don't get connected with them. Don't do this. Don't align yourself with this individual. And all of it is motivated by envy, jealousy, and strife and control. Because once you have lost that control, and once that person's eyes have come open, and once that person begins to see what's been going on all along, what happens is they become free. And that's the one thing that the enemy does not want us to become, is free. And the Bible said the truth makes us free. Let me say that again. The truth makes us free. And when God begins to reveal truth and show you truth and show you what was happening, show you what was going on, show you what was going on behind the scenes that you were not aware of, he reveals truth in order to liberate you. So it's truth that makes us free. That when the truth is revealed, you see, some of you right now are under criticism because the only thing is truth was revealed. Truth was revealed, and you found out what was going on, and the spirit revealed it to you. You see, you found it out. The Lord revealed it to you, and you're free. And now God has put you in a place. God has put you in a situation. You see, do not apologize for being free. Don't apologize for your eyes becoming open. Don't apologize for revelation. Because when God does that, that means he wants you to understand that you don't have to be controlled by an individual. All you have to do is follow the blueprint. So for some of you on this live this morning, as you can see, the Lord took this another way. For some of you on this live this morning, what God is doing is he is putting you in a place. You see? Absolutely. Pastor Patterson, she said, and most of us have just been looking at the word. It's not just the word of God, just like what she just said. It's truth. Truth makes us free. And I'm talking about not just only the word of God, but even when God started revealing and showing us what is truth, it makes us free. It makes us free. You see? And that's why some of us are going under the attack, the criticism, all of the things that comes with that is because God allowed you to escape what the enemy had orchestrated and planned for you. Some of you, the enemy was going to bleed you dry. Take your idea, your concepts, everything that you put in place. You see, and then others get the credit, but you did the work. So God reveals, God shows. You see. So exactly what Pastor Patterson just said. Not only does he reveal it through the word, but he reveals truth. through situations. And a lot of people, if when you see people get upset when you talk about this, 9 times out of 10, and I hope you understand this, a hit dog a holler. You see, see, and a lot of people are being free because God is revealing and God is showing. You see, because if the Lord sets me free and free me to be able to create my own opportunity, that shouldn't that there should be some joy and some happiness concerning that, because somebody is free, especially when you know somebody's been bound. You see, so the thing is, what happens is when God begins to open your eyes, I believe it was Maya Angelou that says, when somebody shows you themselves, believe them. And sometimes God is trying to get you to see that you don't have to be connected to certain people in order to get to certain places. And that people that use that as influence, that's a type of control. But when God gives you the blueprint, when God gives you the instructions, and when God places people around you that's able to help you get to where you need to go to, or cultivate you or pour into you, you see, the Bible said this, and I'm gonna close with this, and then I'm gonna do these announcements. The Bible said this: Jehoshaphat told the people, "Believe your God." That's what he said. He said, "Believe your God, and if you believe your God, you will be established." Then he said, "Believe his prophets. If you believe his prophets, then you will prosper." We talked about this. He says to them, "Believe in your God, believe in the Lord your God, and believe in his prophets. If you believe in the Lord your God, you'll be established. But if you believe his prophets, you'll prosper." That's why I'm publicly saying that when Apostle Washington said what he said on yesterday, it was confirmation. Some of you, and I can't get away from this. Some of you, God is establishing and God is prospering, and don't you dare apologize for it. Let me say that again. God is establishing you and he's prospering you, and don't you dare apologize for it. Not the struggle you went through, not the tears you shed, not the pain you had to endure, not the mocking, the betrayal, not the stuff that you had to go through. And you mean to tell me you're going to apologize because God has established you and prospered you? No, because it's the Lord's doing, and I'm not ashamed of it. I won't be ashamed of it. You see, because nobody knows your struggle. Nobody know what you had to go through. Nobody knew what was going on with you behind the scenes. Nobody knew the weight that you were carrying. Nobody knows these things. People just assume that they know. They just assume this. They assume, well, they didn't did this and they didn't do that. You don't know what a person went through. You don't know you don't know the cost of one's alabaster box. You don't know. You don't know what that individual. You don't know what those individuals have to sacrifice every time they stand in the pulpit or every time they minister. We don't know, and not just only that, but even in job and community work, you don't know what people have to go through. We just assume things and then we take people for granted until they're no longer in that place. And then this is where we find out. This is where we find out who was doing the work. This is where we find out that who was pulling the load. You see, this is what we found out. So what God is doing is God is revealing to you that what you need has been in you all the time. Sometimes it takes somebody to come out and point that out and say, "Listen, you and I see this." See, that's what happened with the woman that was getting ready that went to the man of God, and the man of God told her, "What do you want me to do?" Then he asked her a question. What do you have in your house? The answer to her situation was in her house all alone. It was in there all alone. It was in there. That was the answer. And sometimes we're looking elsewhere. Sometimes we're looking far and near, and it's right there. You see, it's right there. We can look over people, and because we look at the outward appearance of a person, and we feel like that they don't have nothing to contribute, that they don't have nothing to bring to the table. And then once you sit down with them, then you find out they got a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of wisdom. You see, oh, they may not have a college degree. They may not have a bachelor's degree. They may not have all of these things, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's not belittling that. But I'm telling you that sometimes we can miss our blessing by underestimating people. Until you sit down and you start talking to people and you like, great day, they got a wealth of knowledge. And some things you can't learn in a school. There's some things that teachers can't teach you. Some people have learned through battles. Some people have learned through the journey. Some people have learned through trials and tribulation. Some people have learned through going through difficulties in their life. And what it did was it produced that knowledge and that wisdom to be able to go and tell somebody else, listen, hey, look, I went through this. I've been through this. You see, don't despise people because you're looking at the outward appearance and you're looking at who they are. They can't say nothing to me. They can't impart nothing into me. And sometimes God is saying, you looking right over the very person that I've designated to say what I need to say to you. And because you're looking at the outward appearance. And some of us are going to miss God because we are trying to look to sources that we are accustomed to look into. But what if God said, I'm not speaking through that individual today? I'm speaking through this one. I'm not speaking through that situation today. I'm speaking through this situation. I pray this morning that we've said something to encourage you on this morning. And we just thank God, and to God be the glory for all the things that he is doing, all the things that he has done. We're excited about God and all that God is doing, not only in my life, but in your life, what God is up to in your life, you know. So I pray that you were blessed on this morning. Listen, let me get these announcements out the way, and then we're going to let you go. And don't forget, we'll be talking to Brother Alfonso McLean on tomorrow morning from the Mighty Clouds of Joy. All right, so let's do this right here. I see Mr. Benny Pope is on, and yeah, we're excited for you, Brother Benny. We're excited for you and what God is doing. Listen, take a listen to this, and then we'll be right back.
Check out Benny Pope's upcoming play.
Guess what the name of it is? What? Who got the body?
Who got the body?
This hilarious play brings you back as he is left in charge of handling funeral arrangements for his dearly departed neighbor.
Lord Herbert done mess around and die.
Watch the melee that ensues as he clashes with the family.
I need to shoot around here. I'm gonna shoot.
This is one funeral you don't want to miss.
Who got the body? July 29th at 7:30 p.m. at Hardin Auditorium over there at Evans. General admission tickets is $40. VIP tickets is $70. www.bennypope.com.
Check out Benny Pope.
All right, y'all. Who got the body? Don't forget about it at the Hardin Auditorium, 7022 Evanstown Center Road in Evans, Georgia. So proud of you, Brother Benny. So proud of you. We encourage you to support him. Also, don't forget about let me see here. All right, I done passed it here. And still passed it. I see y'all making comments, but I can't see it while I'm doing this, so I'll acknowledge it when I get through with this. All right. Also, don't forget about the Good Shepherd Baptist Church is going to be having their gospel music workshop. That's going to be on Wednesday, July the 19th through the 23rd, which is on a Sunday. And they're going to be talking about 3-part audio visual workshop, sound equipment for every budget, introduction to mid-level sound. All of that is going to take place at the gospel music workshop beginning Wednesday, July the 19th. And the climax will be the concert that would take place at 5 p.m. and doors open at 4:30 p.m. You can pre-register online at www.goodshepherdaugusta.org. And also registration opens July the 1st, and the deadline for online registration is July the 14th. This is going to be located at 1714 Olive Road in Augusta, Georgia. Reverend Clarence Moore is the pastor. For more information, you can call 706-733-0341. Also, don't forget about this, the Soulful Reunion Music Festival is going to take place on July the 8th at 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. This is going to be at the Vineyard and Orchard, located at 172 Holmes Pond Road in Johnston, South Carolina. Yours truly will be there along with Benita the Boss Lady and For Christ will be on that program. Also, don't forget about this Saturday. We're moving on. Please join the WAAW Shout 94.7 staff for a farewell drop-in Saturday, July 1st from 12 till 3 p.m. And it's going to be at the station located at 2166 Park Avenue Southeast, Aiken, South Carolina. Food, fun, fellowship with the fans. I like that. All right. Don't forget about that. Also, don't forget about the Gospel Truth Show. Will be airing on the One Accord Network. Those of you that have not downloaded on your Roku, I hope I said that right, Roku. If you hadn't downloaded on your Roku, you can do so, and you can experience gospel 24/7. Speaking of that, don't forget about WBTK, The Word, best in traditional and quartet music. You can listen to it 24/7 every day. All right. So we just thank God for all of you, God's people. Listen, we'll see you back here on tomorrow morning. Let me see these comments here. God bless you. Miss Vicey Good. I said it right. Y'all, I got to tell y'all a story about it. She probably going to get me later. She called me, and I had been saying it all wrong. But Miss Vicey Good, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. God bless you. God keep you. May heaven smile upon you is our prayer. And y'all know we always say we love y'all to life. And we pray that you have a blessed rest of the day. Listen, today is special to me because today at 94.7. It's going to be my final broadcast on 94.7. So those of you that tune in to WAAW, tune in tonight, call in. I'm gonna try to do Facebook Live, and we're gonna go out celebrate, because God is doing things in an awesome way. So we're going out celebrating. I appreciate all of your love down through the years on 94.7, because I was there for 18 years. I appreciate all of the love and all the support, all of the listeners and everybody. But guess what? We're not going anywhere, because God has blessed us with this platform called Morning Worship and Word, and also the Gospel Truth, and the WBTK radio, internet radio station. So we're still alive and well. Y'all have a blessed one. See y'all in the morning, and just have a great day on this beautiful sunny day that the Lord has made. All right.
You don't know, no, my story. Don't judge my praise. I don't know about y'all. He brought me through.
Good morning. God bless y'all. Have a great one. Have a great one.
The storm and the rain.
Miss Robin Andrews.
Yes, he did.
Father, we thank you for every prayer request. Everybody that had a prayer request, I pray right now, God, that you begin to move in a miraculous way. Heal, set free, and deliver. And we thank you in advance for it. In Jesus' name, amen.
I don't know about y'all. He brought me through. He brought me through. The storm. Yes, he did. Let me tell you why I praise him, because when I was lost,
God bless y'all. See y'all in the morning.
he saved me.
Don't forget to join me tonight.
Yes, he did.
Shout 94.7.
When I was
Gospel Truth.
shaking.
I'm a broadcast.